I think everyone who is a sportsman prefers to win a game based on the right decision of the referee and not based on a mistake of a referee. If maybe it takes away the joy of some, it gives the joy to others when a decision is changed. It is already today unimaginable to think about football without VAR. It helps the referees.
Who respect our fans, who respect our culture, who respect the values that are European values, not only football values. And by my opinion, this idea is a spit in the face of all football lovers and our society as well. So we will not allow them to take it away from us.
What do you think, Rob? To replay or not to replay?
You can't replay because this is not the first goal that was...
Right, let's get back to Arsenal, see what's happening on the injury front. But more importantly, the free kick front. It is being lined up. Who's going to take it, Merce?
Yeah, if it's Rice and Odegaard over, it's about 25 yards out left of the goal. For me, it's for Rice to bend it over the wall. He bends it. What a goal! Did you see? Oh my! He's in his free kick and he's bent it into the top corner. It's a phenomenal free kick. Oh my God! Rice, baby! Wow! Wow! What a goal! Honestly, I can't explain. The first one was good. This one is better. It's unbelievable. And Courtois over that side, and he's bent it, whipped it, and you beat Courtois from there. It's unbelievable. What a goal! What a goal! What a goal!
Oh, wow. I promise you, they're watching their games. Oh, my goodness. What did I just say? In 338 games for West Ham and Arsenal, Declan Rice had never scored a direct free kick. He has just scored two in 12 minutes. Two free kicks of the highest order. Beckham would have been proud of those. And Arsenal and the Declan Rice double are 2-0 up against the holders, Real Madrid. And Arsenal fans will enjoy watching those over and over again. Two beauties from the boot of Declan Rice. And Arsenal in control now against the European champions with 20 minutes to go.
OK, we're going to start, though, with that developing story in Lisbon. Real Madrid's Champions League playoff tie at Benfica was stopped for 10 minutes after Vinícius Jr. reported alleged racist abuse by an opponent. A number of the newspapers are covering this, including The Sun. Just to fill you in on what happened, Sun here has got it there. Vinícius walk-off. A number of other newspapers have picked up on it as well because it is a big story. This not the first time it has happened. Vinícius walk-off, Brazilian in race row by Martin Blackburn in The Sun. He just scored, Vinícius Jr. He'd celebrated, which some of the Benfica players had not taken kindly to, including Gianluca Prestianni. They exchanged some words. That is Prestianni there. You can see him covering his mouth. They exchanged words. Then Prestianni covered his mouth, said something, and immediately Vinícius Jr. ran to the referee and told him he'd been racially abused. The referee then immediately stopped the game, as is the UEFA protocol, and it was stopped for 10 minutes in the end. You can see the referee here being told by Vinícius, this is in The Guardian. Soon after that, he made a sign which signals the game is to be stopped. They can only be started again if players on both sides agree to restart it, which is what must have happened because 10 minutes later it did. But in the meantime, Vinícius, as you can imagine, looked visibly upset. There was all sorts going on off the pitch, on the pitch with some of the players. One of the Benfica backroom staff got sent off, and it was just pretty ugly scenes all round. John, if I could come to you first on this then. As I mentioned there, it's not the first...
Wow, Jody Morris, what a night it was at Molineux. Great to have you with me, mate. It's still very much, as the Arsenal fans watching will know, in Arsenal's hands. However, for the first time, it is also in Manchester City's hands. Is this now Pep's title to lose, if I phrase it that way?
Yes, I suppose you can say that. I mean, that's purely in the running, it has to be. But this is not a Man City team that we're used to seeing in previous seasons. I know last year they wasn't great. But again, this year, I don't think they've performed to the levels that Pep is used to his teams performing at. And I think there's been plenty. It's been that type of season, and that's the reason why I still believe that it'll be Arsenal that will get over the line, because of how vulnerable this City team are defensively.
We heard from Bukayo Saka there. He says Arsenal's players are not feeling the pressure. Do you genuinely believe him when you watch the last couple of performances?
No, I don't. But that's not to say that I'm knocking him for saying that. I think as a player, and you should be coming out saying those things. And listen, they might not be feeling it and openly talking about it. It might just be a subconscious thing. I just believe that if you ain't feeling pressure now, considering what's happened in previous seasons, then when will you feel pressure? Because, I mean, they all of them want to get over the line and want to get this monkey off your back, if you like. And I believe that Arsenal will do it this year because of how strong their squad is.
How do you think Mikel Arteta quite literally manages the situation of this pressure cooker now within his squad?
Well, I think first and foremost, he's got experience in this area that before. A lot of the squad have got experience in this area where they have fallen away. I mean, a lot of critics have pointed the finger at Arsenal previously, and I believe maybe 3 years ago they can say that from where they kind of fell